Alrighty folks, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Today, I just want to say thank you. I can't make a thank you video without thanking you guys for watching. I really appreciate everyone who has reached out and just said, you know, I'm keeping up with your journey, or like, thanks for sharing. I appreciate the open-mindedness that has come with all of this. I know trans people are a little bit less accepted than a lot of the other people out there, so I really appreciate everyone who has had a really open mind going into this and was really able and willing to learn. Thank you. Thank you for watching and learning. I also want to thank my mom. My mom has been amazing throughout all of this. Oh my goodness. Her open-mindedness throughout this whole thing has been incredible. Her willingness to learn and to grow into this with me has been incredible. She's gone to PFLAG meetings, she's read books, she's done a lot of research just to kind of become educated and understand what I'm going through, and you know, to her, as long as I'm happy, then it doesn't matter. You know, as long as I'm happy and I'm healthy, then we're good. So I really appreciate that. Thank you. But I really wanted to make this video to thank my girlfriend. She has been this silent hero throughout the whole transition, and I want these videos and this whole YouTube channel to be the most authentic and real documentation of my process. I owe so much of the success of this transition to her. She's, you know, practically a doctor. She's almost a doctor. And she's got a very analytical and realistic way of thinking about things and going through this process, whereas I'm kind of more aloof and dreamy. So she's been the voice of reason that I've needed to keep me on track and to keep me, you know, progressing throughout this, and to keep me from being complacent. I know that I wouldn't have had the courage to come out or to embrace this part of myself if it weren't for her. I don't think I would have been able to realize that I was trans if I didn't have someone to talk to about my thoughts and my feelings. You know, it's not like I had to sit her down and say, I'm trans. She learned about it as I was learning about it. And she's been able to encourage me to do the things that I am too scared to do. Example, packing. The words, "something's missing down there," had come out of my mouth a few times to my girlfriend, and the act of packing solidified that, like, oh, this is something I'm gonna have to deal with now. The first time I went out in public packing was just, you know, with just socks, like whatever. But I remember distinctly her being like, if you want to do it, just do it. And I did, and I remember like texting her throughout my day, expressing to her that it felt good, it made me feel whole, it made me feel more confident in some weird way. And from that point on, she's always been just so encouraging and helpful, and she's just been this reminder of, like, you can do it. Like, packing is just one example. I mean, to be honest, like, if it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gone to gender therapy. I would have just been like, I'm just gonna figure it out on my own and then, like, see what happens. Like, I'm paralyzed by fear in a sense. She helped me find a therapist. You know, you think about therapy and you're like, oh, there's something wrong with me. And she made that go away. It was like, this is what you should be doing because it's good for you to talk about it with a professional. Figure out if this is something that you actually want to do with your life, and then do it. And just taking those steps, like, conceptually, I know, yes, I should probably go to therapy, but taking the steps to find a therapist and going to the therapist and committing to session after session after session, it's scary. And to go through it alone is not really possible to me. I would not be where I am today without her help. From packing, to realizing I was trans, to going to gender therapy, to asking my doctor for a prescription, to finding a doctor who would prescribe me testosterone, to realizing that dose was too low and I was getting jerked around and I wasn't being heard, to finding a new doctor, to booking top surgery. All of these things have been possible because of her. She's the analytical genius who helps me stay on track and helps me kind of do the things that I'm too scared to do. It's not to say that I wouldn't do them or I wouldn't want to do them, it's just having the courage to actually go for it is scary. I don't know if anybody can relate to that feeling, but if you know you gotta do something for your own well-being and, like, you're just paralyzed by the fear of actually doing it, that's me. And without her kind of numbing that fear and sort of reminding me that it's okay to do it, and to, like, go after what I deserve, I would not be here. That's it. straight up, I would not be where I am today without her. As soon as I was on testosterone and, you know, I was getting my prescriptions and everything, she was the one who did the research to ultimately realize that 0.25 every 2 weeks isn't a real dose. You know, I would have been just sitting back like, oh yes, I'm on T, I'm so happy. But I wouldn't have been noticing any changes and I would have just been stuck. And she's the one who went off and, you know, learned and did all this research to learn and realize, like, you should be getting a higher dose. And if your doctor's not going to listen to you, find a new doctor, you know? And that was scary because finding a doctor the first time was hard. So I didn't want to have to go find another doctor. But because she encouraged me and kind of forced me to realize, like, you deserve to have a doctor who's going to hear you, that was what got me to actually go and find a doctor who hears me. She's educated me on so much stuff, it's crazy. She's put in so many hours of just looking up stuff, like, would be silent for a while and just, what are you doing? I'm watching top surgery videos. She's always educating herself and always just, like, looking out for me. And I think part of that is because she knows I'm kind of an idiot. She just wants to be educated. She wants to know what I'm getting into. And as my partner of 6 years, you know, she's also going through this with me. And it hasn't always been easy. It's been tough. The fact that she's stuck by me through all of it is just incredible. So, you know, I mean, I could keep going. The reason that I've gotten to the point where I am right now as far as top surgery goes, my name change, everything, has been with her encouraging me to call for follow-ups, call and make sure you have that appointment, make sure this is in the right place, make sure this is doing the right thing. Like, she has been guiding me and helping me through all of this. And honestly, if it weren't for her, oh my God, where would I be? I would be so lost. I have moments of realization of how fucking lucky I am, and this is one of them. I want the world to know how incredibly, this is a flex. I am incredibly lucky, and she has been just fucking incredible. I can't even, like, the amount of times, like, that I could go through our chats or whatever and look up the term or the words, I just want you to be happy. Countless. And I'm so blessed. I'm just so lucky to have that kind of support in my life coming from the most important person in my life. So I don't know, just bursting with appreciation, and I really just needed to put this out there. Okay, so this video is starting to get long. I'm starting to repeat myself. I need to wrap it up, but I hope I got my point across because thank you. Just thank you. Thank you guys so much for watching and keeping an open mind. Thank you to my glorious mother who is always there. And thank you, babe. Thank you for everything, and you have no idea how much I appreciate you. So, that's it. I'll see you guys in the next one, alright? Thanks for watching. Bye.